marbles, fish products, olive oil, and wine from preferred regions, and grain shipped in bulk. If comestibles have not survived, or have done so only in traces and fragments, many more of their containers, and some of the coins used to purchase them, have survived. Evidence for a transformed, impoverished material landscape. The singular standout is Constantinople, which preserved the institutions of Roman civic life and as much of its material culture as could be contained within its walls. The empire of New Rome would become something quite different without Rome, and still more so without Antioch and Alexandria, its partners and competitors in the East. The insights of new scientific data throw aspects of this well-established thesis, the emergence of the empire we call Byzantium, into sharper relief, and elucidate much that was hitherto quite opaque. New scientific approaches are transforming our understanding of all past civilizations. It is impossible today to write a general history of any polity, society, or culture without considering the natural world in which it emerged, developed, and fell. To explain the end of the Western Roman Empire, among the thorniest of historical problems, historians have now turned to natural and environmental science, highlighting the roles played by climate and pandemic disease, supporting older hypotheses and undermining others. The consequences of climate change have been noticed and applied to the movement of barbarian peoples from the increasingly arid lands of Inner Eurasia, for example, the Huns driving the Goths into the empire, and others following in their wake. Such considerations now precede explorations of what those barbarians destroyed and what they inherited and transformed of Roman civilization. As people traveled, so they brought new pathogens and spread diseases unknown to the Romans, which devastated the citizens of Rome's myriad, densely populated and unsanitary cities. Any account of the decline of cities, the foundation for the Roman imperial system, where Roman culture was generated and taxes were collected, must now take account of disease transmission, but also seismic and volcanic activity, climate forcing, and pollution. These compelling, urgent, novel concerns do not yet, and likely never will, offer scientific certainty and data in place of historiography and conjecture. Certainly they help us answer older questions in different ways, and force us to ask new questions, but scientism cannot replace solid historical research, and to have lasting value, scientific data must be integrated properly with more traditional approaches to the study of the past. Political, social, and economic history, intellectual and religious history, and cultural and art history all still matter and deserve our careful attention, as do the insights offered by archaeology and the study of material culture. This book will attempt to integrate newer and older insights, to explore the environment of the Eastern Roman Empire and attend to the natural disasters that affected it, charting local, regional, and cumulative impacts and human responses. Attention will be paid to metallurgy and health, magic and medicine, volcanoes and climate forcing, plague and earthquakes, historical climatology, geophysics, and epidemiology. However, the book will also offer a political and cultural narrative based principally on written sources and works of art, integrating human responses to a range of phenomena, including warfare and religious disputes, developments in engineering and architecture, the rise of apocalypticism in literature and art, and developments in the imperial image. Weaving these threads together into a fabric that has coherence and integrity presents a major challenge. The loom, being the parameters of this study, is AD 395 to circa 700.